folks, we're going fishing this morning. We're going to try anyway. See what we can do. This canoe in place. Okay, now let's get in the thing without tipping over. Put my gear in here. All right. Good morning, everybody. There we go. How y'all doing this morning? It's Saturday morning. It's very early. It's about freaking 5 something. And I've got everything tangled up. Every one of my lures is caught on the string to the next pole, how I carried them out here. So I'm gonna have to undo all that mess. Jeez, come on now. This will be 20 minutes before I get to go fishing. There, I got one off. Folks, I took my 10-pound line, took my 10-pound mono off of my one rod, my Fenwick, and I put 4-pound mono on it, the same size line that I'm using on my microspin. I thought it might be interesting to give it a try, to put 4-pound line on a 7-foot pole with medium power using a rubber worm. Let's hey, you know, all these days I'm fishing, this pond are small anyway, but first things first, you know me, I got to take off my flip-flop. And second things next is, if you look over here, I've got line, you can't see it way up there, but I've got some line tied to my dock. And yesterday I got hooked on a log or a stump out here, and I just cut my line and tied it off to my dock. So I'm going to retrieve all my line. I didn't want to break it off. I'd much rather have my line in the boat where I can dispose of it properly. So I'm going to pull myself over to this stump and go beyond it, and hopefully I can jiggle that hook out of it. And at least I'll get close enough where I won't have a whole bunch of line just out in the water. There was an article in the newspaper this week where an owl had been captured because he had got caught in a bunch of fishing line and was tangled in a tree, and he couldn't go nowhere. The fishing line was all tangled on him, and got tangled in the tree, so he was stuck in the tree. So, but somebody saw it, thank God, and rescued him, and they got the fishing line off of him, and he's in recovery now. So I'm going to get this fishing line out the water, like I always do. I always am a responsible fisherman when it comes to this. Something like this. It's stuck good. Yeah, that's stuck pretty good. Let's see if I can feel it. Oh, I can feel the stump down there. I have to back up from it. Back up away from it, pull it a different direction. Yep, got it. Alright, there's my hook even. Ain't no worm left on it. I guess the turtles ate the worm. But I got my hook back. Those are good hooks. Now I can take that line and recycle it later. Anyway, folks, let's do some fishing. Today's the 29th of April 2017. It's about, I'd say it's about 70 degrees out here. Pretty warm, pretty humid. And we'll give it a try. If I catch something, you'll see it, that's for sure. You know how that goes. There's wind blowing too, so that's against my advantage. I don't do too good in the canoe in the wind, you know that. But we'll try it. Be back if I catch one. Folks, I caught one. And it's a little one. I mean, that same cast I was just talking to you on, I caught that fish, so yeah. Let's get him off of there and let's try for something a little bit bigger. Boy, that wind is blowing. I don't know how long I'll be fishing today. With that wind like that, I'll be hiding around the corners. Dang, it's a front blowing through or something. Seriously, I'm coming fishing in this wind? Like a storm's blowing through. I can't even move. I'm gonna park my canoe right over there and the grass so it doesn't push me. So the wind don't push me. Dang. The wind is really pushing, folks. Wow. I'm not really positioned the way I want to be positioned. I'll be back. Got one. Oh yeah. Nope, he let go. Probably just a little one. Holding on to the tail. Boy, this wind is killing. Folks, the wind's blowing so bad I had to put the heavy end of the canoe, which is me, into the wind because there was no way I could maneuver it with the other end in the wind. It just didn't want to cooperate. Now I'm gonna have to throw an anchor so I don't freaking float everywhere, blow everywhere. I'm gonna just drop in an anchor. It'll hold me in place for a little bit while I fish this area. Yeah, the wind is really bad this morning. Let's throw over there. There's usually some fish over there, and that right there around that spot. We're fishing that way, let's show that way. Be back when we catch. Got me something on the microspin. Little baby bass. Come on to me. Don't go that way. Oh, little baby bass. The baby ones are eating, folks. The baby ones are eating breakfast today. Hey, it's breakfast time. Ooh, dang, I forgot to take all my medicines. I better remember that. I gotta take my medicines when I get back to the house because I got all my blood pressure and everything I usually take every morning. I didn't take nothing. I just got out of bed and came fishing. The only thing I did was got in the canoe and came fishing. I was really worried about getting that fishing line untangled. That was my main concern. I thought about it. I woke up a couple times in the middle of the night and I was like, I got to get out there first thing in the morning and get that fishing line untangled, because I had fishing line drawn all the way across the pond. You could see, you could tell. I didn't want nobody to come out here this morning in a canoe or a kayak or something and go across it and, you know, get clotheslined by it and get hurt, or a bird, you know, fly across it and get hurt. So that was one of my main concerns, was to get out here first thing and get that fishing line out of the lake. And it worked. But I forgot to take my medicine. I think I got some crap on my hooks. I just hit bottom. I got a little bitsy minnow on here. It floats, but it's got a lip on it so it dives also. And yeah, that's what I'm using over here right now on this edge. And the bass, that little bass liked it. I liked it. Even though it's a little baby bass, I still liked it. They're fun to catch. I like them all. Folks, I gotta go for a bunch of tests before I can have my surgery. They called me yesterday and scheduled an echocardiogram, and they want to do sonogram on both sides of my neck, on my carotid arteries, and sonogram both of my legs. I guess they want to look at my veins and the condition of my arteries and stuff or whatever. I don't know, but I got to go for those pretty soon. And then still don't have a date on the surgery though. Don't know if I'll tell anybody when the date is, because I really don't want any visitors. Don't want a whole bunch of people coming up at the hospital messing with me while I'm, you know, on drugs, doped up, half asleep. And I know people are going to be mad. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I would have came and saw you. Well, I don't really feel like I want no visitors at the hospital. So that's probably going to be why. Just leave me alone, let me sleep. Folks, one of the reasons why you haven't seen me in the big boat yet, I mean, it's not a big boat, but my other boat, not the canoe, is because of this weather. It's windy. And I don't want to take that boat out when the water's real rough. Plus, I've been waiting by the phone every day for the surgeon to call with a date for my surgery. So I've kind of been slave to the telephone, and I've had to stay at the house and wait on her call pretty much. But it's Saturday morning. I don't think she's going to call. On Saturday morning. Yeah, I really doubt that it's gonna happen, but I'll get back in that boat soon. It may be after my surgery and after my recovery, but you know, if all goes well and I'm still alive and kicking, I'll be fishing. You know that. Somebody mentioned they like the fishing videos better than they like the mud bog videos. I like them too. I like the fishing videos too, because that means I get to go fishing, and I really enjoy fishing, and I really enjoy making you guys fishing videos. I enjoy making you guys the mud bog videos also, but yeah, the fishing videos are also fun, very enjoyable, very relaxing. This morning there's no sun, it's all clouds, so you know me, I like that. I ain't got to worry about the sun coming out and beating in my eyes. But this wind, yeah, this wind. Well, folks, I had one hit it right here at the boat. Nice bluegill. He hit it right at the boat. I was fixing to pick it up, and he hit it. Yep. On the pitsy minnow. I love it. Yeah. Oh, and I'm not drinking. Usually when I'm fishing, I'm drinking, but you know, since I'm fixing to go into surgery, I'm gonna be in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. I got to wean myself off of the alcohol because ain't gonna be no alcohol in the hospital. So I've been cutting back big time, which is the smart thing to do anyway. But yeah, ain't gonna be no blue cups at the hospital, folks. Hope that lens is clean. I didn't even check it before I came out here. I think I got another one, folks. Nope. It took me into the bushes. They're smart. Yeah, they're smart. He grabbed me real quick and ran for the bushes. And when I pulled the doggone thing, all I got was a bunch of bushes. They're hitting it right along the edge. Folks, that video I made and remade of the mother of all bombs, YouTube kept taking the advertisements off, saying it wasn't advertiser friendly. So I took the explosion out and renamed it and this and that and remade it. I re-edited the video, trying to get a good video that they would allow monetization, but I was unable to do it no matter what I did. And it seems as though YouTube is going through a lot of people's videos, old and new, and checking certain criteria and taking monetization away from them, you know, for certain things, one thing or another. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't read the crap. You know, who wants to read the crap? It's a bunch of crap that you have to read to figure out what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. You know, the community guidelines and all that stuff. You know, I try to stay within the community guidelines and the YouTube rules, but it's hard to tell what's advertiser friendly. So I guess I can't make a video about me going to a museum showing you Moab and an airplane. They don't like that. I mean, I can do it, but they won't advertise on it, and I won't make no money from it. That sucks. That's what that deal was about. A couple of y'all commented, "What's the deal? You know, you've seen this video, the same video. You're uploading the same video." Yeah, I'm uploading the same video because I'm trying to make a living. And YouTube's, you know, fighting against me to try to make a living. Every time I do something good, which that video, that first one I put up, it got 1,000 views in the first hour. It went crazy. It was fixing to go viral. And they shut me down. They took the advertisements off of it. So I made it private while I disputed it. And by the time they reviewed the video and came back with a verdict saying that no, it was not advertiser friendly, the story was already over with, you know. It wasn't big news no more. So I missed my window of opportunity to make some money and have a viral video because YouTube demonetized it due to it not being advertiser friendly. Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with, but that's okay. I'm still gaining subscribers and I'm still getting lots of views. My view count is still on the rise. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I got one, folks. No, I don't got one, folks. Must have been a turtle playing with it. Lots of those around here. Exactly what it was. I just seen the doggone bubbles come up right where I was setting my hook. Folks, on my bait caster, I've got me a little rattle trap. Some of y'all call it a lipless crankbait. I call it a rattle trap because it's full of rattles. Let's see if that'll do any good. You never know in this pond. Usually it's the plastic worms, but I have caught quite a few bass on this rattle trap. And with this thing, I can throw it nearly all the way across the pond. And there's a fish. I've got a smaller fish, folks. Oh, he spit it. Dang, he spit it good too. All right, let me go back in that direction. He spit it good. I casted that sucker far. I had a lot of line out, but it works. The thing works. It's just like a little fish swimming through the water, making a whole bunch of noise. That's okay. He was a smaller fish anyway, just like they all are. I think the people that are, the public that's coming in here fishing is probably keeping the bigger fish and bringing them home or something. I don't know, because the big fish are disappearing out of this lake. I'm sure there's still some in here, but they're far and few between anymore. Let's try it again. I was surprised a small fish like that would hit this bait. Usually throwing this, I only catch large fish. That was a smaller fish. I'll be back. Turn off the camera. I mentioned in one of my videos that I could place this bait. I could cast this with this rig right here. I could cast into a 5-gallon bucket, and somebody's challenged me. So right now I'm trying to figure out a way to anchor and still have it afloat. But I'm going to place a 5-gallon bucket out here in the lake somewhere, and somewhere that I can cast into it from my dock. But it's going to be anchored and afloat, you know, and I'm going to aim a camera zoomed in on the bucket, and I'm going to show y'all how accurate I can cast with this rig. Now, somebody said 30 yards. I don't know how to count out no yards. I'm just going to put it out there, and that's going to be where it's at. It ain't going to be close, I'll tell you that. It's going to be, you know, a good distance. It's going to be a good casting distance away from me. So y'all got that video to look forward to. I don't know when I'm going to get to it because of this surgery thing. But yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to show you how to practice, because that's what I used to do. I used to fish in the backyard. You know, as a kid, I couldn't go to the lake. I was wanting to fish, so I'd put up a 5-gallon bucket in the backyard, and I would cast into the 5-gallon bucket just to practice my fishing, my casting. No lie. So yeah, I have good placement and control of my bait and where it lands. Most of the time. Sometimes there's a tree in the one. Nope, broke my line. Don't got one. Folks, I'm down here where the public is able to come in and access the pond and fish. And I see a energy drink floating right here. There's a water bottle right there. There's something else over there. There's something right there. There's some trash right there. There's a freaking big old styrofoam cup from Tom Thumb over there. Yeah, these big old giant Tom Thumb cups, they're huge. and they get all in the down. If you see a kid with a styrofoam cup, just kick his ass. Now I got to get out of the canoe and go over here and clean this mess up, or else it ends up in the lake. I've already got a canoe full of, well, there's a Walmart bag and some kind of coffee cup I found already down there. Here's the tally. Water bottle. Coke can that has a bunch of pinholes poked in it right there. Imagine, it doesn't have any burn marks on it, but somebody was gonna smoke pot out of that or crack. Here's a piece of rope I found. There's another water bottle. Remnants of an old Tom Thumb cup. 32 ounce big chiller. This is most of what I find. This cup and Coke bottles, plastic soda bottles and water bottles. People, if you're littering, pick your shit up. Don't throw it down on the ground. There's a trash can right close by. This is your planet. You have to live on it. You know, you trashing your own planet. Quit doing that. And also, maybe you're not doing that. That's good for you. But if you see it, pick it up. I know that you might not be the one that threw it down and you don't feel responsible, but we're all responsible to keep this planet clean. Now, I didn't throw that stuff. I didn't throw that trash down, but I picked it up. Okay, I wasn't responsible for it being there, but since I saw it, I was responsible for getting it up. If you see trash and you're right next to it, pick it up. You do have the responsibility to keep this earth clean, just like the rest of us do. If we all work together, we can do it. Alright folks, I'm in a spot where there's some fish over here hitting. So I'm just going to leave the camera run for now and throw across them. Just drag right on across there. See what happens. See if I can get one to come out after it. They're probably babies. About the size of a hot dog. No takers on that one. Well, I'm dragging it through freaking muck, grass, bunch of stuff. Whoop, got a taker. Oh yeah, got a taker, folks. Stay on there this time. Oh, he fell off right at the last minute. But he's in the boat. Just a little one, just like I said. Dang, he's full of life. He's about the size of a hot dog. Let's let him go. I'm going to use Windex to wash my hands with today. I've been listening to y'all comments and stuff, and somebody said Windex, which makes sense. It's got ammonia in it. Somebody else said to use ammonia. And here's a Ziploc bag I just picked up. On this side, I'm finding a piece of an old cane pole is what it looks like. And let me rehook my worm and we'll try again. Once again, I'm just gonna leave the camera roll for this one. Kind of confident that Well, I was confident, but I hooked a stick right there next to where I was casting and brought the whole stick into the water. Probably scared anything that was there. Let's try it again. Right up there by that dock. I landed on the dock. And I got a bunch of grass. That's all I've accomplished. I'll be back, man, in a minute, folks. Folks, here is a huge piece of trash. I don't know if I can even get this. Yeah, a lawn chair. With a broken leg. Put it on this lady's dock. Maybe she'll take it out to the trash. If the wind doesn't blow it back into the lake. I think I got one. I ain't setting the hook hard enough. Well, folks, I'm back home. I know we didn't catch a whole lot, but it's better than not fishing at all. We tried. So, ain't nothing left to do now except take my medicine and clean out this dang canoe because it's a mess. I got trash all in it. I'm not going to try to fish around the back side right now because I haven't taken my medicine. I haven't had no breakfast. I'm getting hungry, and this wind is killing me. So, thanks for coming fishing with me, folks. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Look at this mess I got to clean up. Now, all that's trash except for my bag of worms and my pliers. So, jeez. Windex did the trick, folks. Appreciate y'all's comments.